Help us celebrate Talia's 21st today, and of course my baby girl is no longer a baby, but she still will be my baby girl. And now we see very little of her. I think her employers see more of them than what we do. But thank you very much for coming on tonight, and I'm happy to see that she's got a good job that she loves doing, and she's got a boyfriend which she obviously enjoys spending a lot of time with.
She's going to have a grandmother.
And she has, got two of those, yes.
And another mum.
Yes, and another mother. And now of course Sandra gets to share all those lovely little domestic things that we don't have to worry about anymore.
I really didn't want to share.
Well,
it's all right. I'll take
it was one of the
board.
typical things when you got kids, you don't get a choice. It's what you're stuck with. So we'd like to thank you very much for coming on. But I know Amber wants to say a few words, so I'll let Amber have her little speech. She's been around with it for a long time.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday, darling.
Amber's written hers.
Yeah, she's had it right.
Oh dear.
What's that on? What are they? Oh, they're cherries. Is that what those bits were?
Come on, Amber, let's hear ya. Amber. Oh, come on.
Now, I've had to limit it down. It's only 3 pages. It was about 12 to start off with, so too close. Alright, okay. The story of the last 7 years of Talia Lee Johnson.
Can we ask all Nanas to please leave the room? And Mum? I'll stay.
Alright. It all started the year of 1999. I just started at Prospect High School and had no friends and was too shy to make any. Japanese class was where I first noticed it. She was handing out worksheets to the class and one of the boys mouthed off. Talia didn't take any of it and he ended up with the paperwork in his face. I couldn't believe it. She sat down next to me and I told her so, and since that day we were inseparable. There is so much I could tell you about Talia, but I would be here all night and I reckon I'll get her into trouble. So I've looked into my archive and selected a few to share with you all tonight. Grade 9 we were invited to a party out at Westbury. It was quite boring and we had had enough, so I ended up going for a walk with a couple of mates. We had it all planned, would leave early and be back before Mr. Johnson will come to pick us up. Easy. Unfortunately that did not go to plan, as we ended up meeting some boys and lost track of time. It was a quick run back to the party. Alas, we came around the corner, Mr. Johnson was there waiting for us. Busted. We were in trouble.
Whoops.
You remember that?
I remember just I got sent to my room.
You got grounded. As we got older, we became more mature and wiser. Well, we like to tell ourselves that. And our taste in things changed. I remember Talia falling head over heels for a young chap when we were in grade 10. Unfortunately, he was in grade 7.
Some things never change.
And it is a known fact that he bats for the other team.
Oh!
He's out now. Our famous Queensland trip will go down in the pages of history. We ran amok. We were 16 and had a fortnight away from our parents. It was heaven. Our parents weren't too happy though, as we did not get into contact with them after 9/11. They were worried, but we didn't care. On the way back to Tassie on the Spirit of Tasmania, we were lucky enough to get our room upgraded, as Talia managed to go off the toilet and it was
She still does that.
Yeah.
Plumbers cost me a fortune.
As all friends do, we had our little trivial fights, but they were always made up by Japanese class, with little letters that were heartfelt and tear-stricken. College saw Talia meet her first love. I never did like him, but he was the same height as Talia, so I suppose he was alright. I celebrated the day she came to her senses and gave him the flip.
The first or second time?
All of them. I was just happy. I just did not like him. We went our separate ways for a while, but our friendship was too strong. After college, we tried our hand at casual work. We served hot chips and sausage rolls at the footy, where we ended up getting our faces on the footy show for putting on a show for the losing Hawks. We picked grapes for a winery, lasting a couple of months, but mostly Talia ate more grapes than she put in the bucket. idea for that winery. Another winery we got fired before lunchtime because of her beautiful edition of Paradise by the Dashboard Lights and Timey Kangaroo Downs for us. But mind you, we had to laugh. It was an experience to remember. Talia also had some work experience I'm not sure all of you know about. She's been a pole dancer from Perth. She lived and worked on a ranch in WA where she got an XR8 ute bob. Then she got a John Deere bob getting the XR8 out. So in the end she had to get the crane to get both out. These are all stories she told to impress boys. Talia learned to drive in my Gemini illegally around the roads of Loanhead. I never knew you could bunny hop an automatic, but Talia was
How?
That's really bad.
You should have seen my face. I was a big smile. I couldn't notice.
Talia now has a licence and we've all seen her driving around town with the windows down with her doof-doof music. I'll have you know she has one of the loudest car sound systems in Tasmania. A lot of the man folk wanted and tried to pimp her ride, but unfortunately for them, there is only one man that she'll allow anywhere near her ride. She has a unique style, naturally blonde, but there was a time when she was having too much fun and decided to try being a brunette. There was also a time when she had the colours of Skittles in her hair. She had a favourite pair of pants she loved wearing, and they were a pair of bright yellow waterproof rain pants, which she always wore with a red shirt that simply said, "What?" She always knows how to catch people's eyes. Anyone that knows Talia will have to agree with me that she is one of a kind. She has her days where you don't know if you want to hold her, kill her or just run away, but we all love her anyway. She was one of the most caring people I've ever met. She's helped me through hard times and for that I love her more. She's always willing to lend a hand and a shoulder when it's needed. She's the only person that's put a ring on my finger, so Scotty, you've got to fight for her. We have a promise of getting married at the age of 40 if neither of us is married nor have been. Hopefully the laws will have changed by then.
Only 40.
Yeah, well, he's hurry up, Scotty.
All in all, Talia Lee Johnson is one of a kind, and it's an honour having her in my life these past 7 years. I'll never forget the times we've shared, even the bad ones. She's always put a smile on my face, even when she's shitty with me. Sorry, one swear.
Forgiven.
I look forward to our next 7 years and many more to come after that. Happy birthday, darling.